What for my muffin?
Come on, Ernie.
Oh.
Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
And I'm the captain.
We're in Guildford, back from the USA, and Paul Lee is suffering from some kind of throat
Serious
and stomach
anthrax, isn't it, this
anthrax.
year? We've all had, must be us getting all a bit older, we've all had the worst jet lag we've ever had coming back from NAMM.
Yeah.
And and I, as I've just ably demonstrated, have caught some sort of, well, I caught whilst at the show off of some dirty member of the general public that must have touched me at some point. I've caught a cough that I've had now for like 500 to 1,000 weeks.
Yeah. Did you meet TJ Armstrong?
That was him.
Because he's definitely dirty. Probably was him.
Dirty TJ Armstrong.
Hi, Tej. So yeah, please forgive us if we're a little bit tired and run down and lurgified. We'll do our best.
Yeah, all I got to do is turn it on for 10 minutes. I'm going to do it for you.
That's what I say to my wife.
So, Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Hard really not to give them the accolades that they deserve at the moment. The last 2 or 3 years of Ibanez guitars, they have been smashing it out the park, particularly with regards to, I think, that kind of 500 to 1,000 pound
territory.
Yeah, they just seem to be nailing stuff where pretty much all the competition are straight. You know, I think the very cheap stuff, there's other brands that are good, and then when you get into the dearer stuff, there's other brands. But that 500 to 1,000, Ibanez are just...
You know what I think about Ibanez? They never
What?
really reinvent the wheel, but they certainly make the wheel look great every single year in a different way.
Well, I've said this before in video. I think they did, I wouldn't say lose their way, but they became slightly obsessed, I think, at the early 2000s and the end of the 90s with going, look, the market for pointy guitars is shrunk, so everybody's buying, you know, Les Pauls and Fenders and stuff like that. So let's make a load of guitars that look a bit like Les Pauls and Fenders or old Jack.
Wrong.
And yeah, and the market just went...
Wrong.
Well, no, if I want a Les Paul or a Fender, I'm just going to buy a Les Paul or a Fender. And so they've kind of gone, you know what, you're completely right, let's just get back to our roots. But let's, like you were just saying...
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Let's just notch it up.
What I was saying to Lee before we turned the cameras on and did this, I said, are these expensive or are they affordable? I can't tell. Now, what I meant by that isn't that they look cheap or that they look expensive, but they look kind of really, really, really beautiful, understated, and kind of laid back. And it's because there's all this natural wood binding, and I'll give you close-ups now, bling, and all the natural finishing and stuff that I really, really like. but which kind of makes you think you can't immediately tell whether it's really expensive or whether it's affordable.
So
and it's kind of middle ground, isn't it?
Rob and I have got two guitars here, an RG721, which is what I've got, and an RG921, which is what Rob has got. There's kind of part of the same series of these kind of RG guitars with the natural woods.
You got a beautiful top on yours, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that we should say is they both feature Ibanez's, is that right? Ibanez, Wizard neck, which has been in their catalogue since the 80s, and it's kind of that iconic, slightly more shreddy neck than you'd get on say, a Fender guitar.
Shreddy-armus.
And they've done different versions of the Wizard over the years, but the kind of the classic, most popular one is just the original Wizard, which is what this is.
You shall not blues.
So mine is a maple a maple neck with these two pieces of walnut put in there. I never really know whether.
No, do the ice cream joke.
Maple and walnut, which is my favourite ice cream combination. Yes. And I guess this concept of a 5-piece neck is one that sort of originated in sort of strength of taking different woods and gluing them together to give it sort of structural integrity. And it looks pretty too. And I have a rosewood fretboard. Rob, on the other hand, though,
I've got a load of other bits of bobs made out of trees.
Show us your neck.
Well, this is absolutely stunning.
It is stunning.
And something that I'm definitely taking a note of is this beautiful wooden natural binding on the neck, because it looks really, really nice. The two kinds of wood on this neck I've totally forgotten again. Wenge and Bubinga. Striping all the way down there, looks stunning. It's a 3, 4, 5 piece there. The body's made of basswood.
Yep, so is
which
mine.
explains why it's so beautifully light. But I've got a Zero Coat or Zero Cote, I think it's called Zero Coat, top.
Ibanez for 3 or 4 years now have been doing, they're all veneers, or you can see on the side a very thin piece of wood, less than sort of a millimetre thick. So really not there to try and add any, flavours to the sound or anything like that. Just purely and simply some pretty wood. So I've got a flame maple. Rob's got this Zero Coat. You can get burled maple. They've done walnut. All kinds of different exotic woods.
I guess main differences between these guitars are that mine's got the Damasio IBZ humbuckers, whereas you've got just a proprietary Ibanez humbucker.
Yeah, Ibanez. They're called the Cap VMs, which when I first saw that, I thought maybe there's some sort of Cap 10 version of an Ibanez pickup.
Have you got an evil arch enemy?
Possibly, yeah, the Cap VN. We've both got the same bridge on here. It's called the Ibanez Tight End bridge. I think I mentioned before that these are regular scale length, so they're not really aimed at the sort of the mega drop tune kind of market. But of course, if you put your 11, 12 gauge strings on here, you comfortably drop down to being in a D or a C tuning. But they do make guitars with longer scale lengths if you want to do.
They all want the D, don't they, Lee?
They love the
D. You can also tell when Captain's ill and jet lagged when he lets tight end go without making some kind of British type gag.
I think it's we could do anything. Obviously in America. I know tight end is a position in an American football team.
Oh, is it?
If you were in the UK and you said, look, someone's got a tight end, you'd absolutely be referring to, probably an attractive looking butt.
Yes.
I would have thought.
I read a comment about Jared Dines, not about his butt, but about his hat, and they were calling it a slapback or a snapback or something. I'd never heard that expression in my life. Because in England, nobody wears baseball caps.
Well, we sort of do.
Well,
I don't. But
do you know anybody? Okay, do you know anybody that wears one?
Justin Bieber? I don't know.
He's not in England, dude.
And he's not English.
Nor is he English.
Right. Okay.
I mean, for example, I don't know anybody that owns or wears a baseball cap.
I thought Jared Dines normally wore a beanie.
No. Scallon wears kind of a fluffy beanie flip
Rob
thing.
Scallon and Jared Dines two different people then?
They're different people, yes. They're completely different people.
Never knew that.
talking of Dines, representing, bro.
Ah, rest repose.
Yeah, man. Bit of fluff and Dines. This kept me warm when I was in Seattle hanging out with them.
So come on, look, they want to hear some tones.
But wait a minute. I don't think I finished.
I think you probably have.
Well, no, what I was going to say is, just from a player's point of view, being quite used to Ibanez because I cut my teeth on a gem for years and years before I stood in it and broke the tremolo off inside the cavity in a day of sorrow at a party in London, which was a pretty good party though. What's really interesting about this is that tonally, it isn't a genty, shreddy, ridiculous thing. I mean, it could do that, but what I was really surprised about is that inside this, you got all these out of tune tones, which is great.
No, I like that.
Well, let me tune it and then I'll get it to you properly because that would be a much better idea. So now I'm in tune. Here's how it sounds. Did you just strip off your pick?
Yeah, I understand why they ship with this. What's kind of cool, what Rob's saying there is a lot of dual humbucker guitars will just have a three-way switch where there are no options other than humbucker options on there. The Ibanez's have got the more modern sort of five-way series switching, so you have got your humbucker. But you've also got these beautiful coil tapped positions where, so position 2 and 4 on the five-way blade will take one of the coils from the neck pickup and blend it with one of the coils from the bridge pickup. And Rob's is the same. So. Always love that kind of medium output passive pickup because you can go anything then from sparkly cleans through to pretty heavy driven sort of stuff. Just by choosing a different pickup, rolling the volume down and also softer.
Captain's favourite. Yeah, it disappears. Comes in nicely.
Yeah.
As they say. But my favourite position is all the way up and then down one. That's my favourite position. It's just a really musical, it's a different kind of sound than I'm used to with Ibanez, and I think that's why I'm really, really liking this guitar.
Yeah, so the bridge is a strung through body as well, no tremolo system on these. Really, really easy to adjust the intonation if you want to, and the action.
Looks aerodynamic for some reason.
Yeah, it's just kind of, I think a lot of these bridges are popular because, they're very, very simple and easy to sort of, drop tune your guitar on the fly without worrying that your tremolo system is going to, readjust. But also as well, I think generally the sort of strung through body designs and the higher mass bridges here give more power and sustain to the guitar. So can we just hear some like proper shreddy, genty, anything?
We're
just like sort of.
Tell you what, give me that plimsoll and I absolutely can because...
Yeah, we probably need to boost it up.
Well, we could do with this, but I'd need to turn it way up.
I tell you what will help probably better than the plimsoll is the EP boost to just give this some... I think it might. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Can I just say, this is why the exotic EP boost is so popular. Because play that again with no exotic EP boost. Play this one.
Yeah.
Sounds great, man.
Does sound really, really good.
Great.
You know what's nice also is that because I've done a tour and the NAMM show, I feel like I played more than normal. My normal everyday life doesn't involve as much playing as I'd like it to. You know how I know which strings you bend the most?
Different sounding guitars, aren't they?
Yeah, thicker.
Oh, I thought that sounded brighter.
Nah, this is warmer. Ooh,
amazing.
It's probably the tone work.
Different.
Sounds like it's got, and it hasn't, but it sounds like it's got a little Fishman piezo in it.
It definitely sounds darker to me, but isn't that amazing how different people's ears interpret different things?
It's just got more mid in it. It's more MIDI and less. They're different. What it is they've got different mid characteristics, but so yeah, they just sound different.
Anyway, there's different pickups on the guitars, so that would be largely why. Cool.
I really like them.
Yes.
I prefer that one. I really like that one.
I got to say, one of the things that we omitted from the sort of spec
was
the
frets.
Yeah, Ibanez. This isn't really a part or anything like that. This is just part of the finishing process. But they give this what's called Ibanez's premium fret treatment, and it's quite noticeable just how much care and attention has been given to the sort of the edging on the frets here. They're beautifully rounded off.
Yeah.
And it does make the sort of the playing it very smooth and.
Well, you wouldn't even know there's a fret there.
No.
There.
So look,
I've really enjoyed this video.
Yeah, me too. I've really enjoyed it. Another stellar job. I haven't even told you the pricing. You'll have to go to the Andertons website to see exactly what these are, but roughly speaking, I think this is just under £700 and this is somewhere around about the sort of 550, 600
Money.
mark. With soft cases, fabuloso. I'll put a link in the description below so you can dive on over
That's
and read
the best
about it.
Ibanez I played for a long, long time.
They're doing it. They've
really are
got some guitars at
Good
the
on
moment,
them.
haven't they? Absolutely.
And for your reference, made in Indonesia.
Indonesia. Marvellous.
Indonesia.
Proudly.
You could buy a great
Proudly
guitar.
manufactured.
Indonesia. Home of satay, one of the best foods ever.
Sorry, I just got the Village People tune. But anyway, right, let's do this.
Bye.
No. Bye. It's all British.